Welcome back to WCBL Indigo Power Rankings, and this week we are sponsored by Haterade. If you are thirsty for vengeance, quench it with Haterade. Drink Haterade.
Shut the fuck up, fucking whore. God.
Gotta make that money.
Yeah,
So
totally.
joining me again is Spectrum and Nada.
Nada's back. She's doing her list. I'm just here to keep these two from killing each other.
Exactly. He's the mediator.
Papa Spec is back. Papa Spec is here. It's okay.
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 So, want to get right into it then?
No.
No? Okay, too bad. First up, rank 10 for both of us, Nada and CB, because Spectrum didn't make a list.
Too fucking
Is
cool for lists.
Slimy, coach of the Brooklyn Bay Nets, and this week he lost by 3 to JS, putting him at a 0-3 -11 record.
God, way to spoil the match, fucking whore.
Wow, okay.
Jesus.
So, Slimy brought Greninja, Mega Glade, Cofagris, Gudra, Volcarona, and Nidoking. Yeah.
Nada, go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go. You two are doing the PRs. I'm just here to
meteorate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
just here to put input in what I feel.
Slimy had a few avenues that he could have taken to possibly win the game. I think he played his Cofag pretty bad in the beginning. Like, it could have been used to place.
I just need to ask, like, why deep on turn 1?
I don't know. This worst possible move, even if it's for getting knocked out twice by Dark Pulse by the Mega Blastoise. It's like he'll just switch out, and it's like, why not just set up Trick Room if you have Trick Room, which you probably didn't with that set.
I want to look at something real quick. I just want to talk about something here about Slimy that I'm noticing. He's kind of bringing like the same exact Cofagrigus set like every single week.
Yeah.
Like basically some weird defensive set that's like not defensive at all, but it's just like because he was telling me, oh, I have no switch in a Darm. Well, Fizdef Cofagrigus, because in my matchup versus Slimy, he just kept saying I had no switch in a Darm. You have Cofagrigus, that was like probably Fizdef. That switched in very freely.
Sniped me with the Cofag. It's like, gosh, you're not even using it right.
It's just so frustrating because of the fact that it's just like he has some of the best mons in this format. Nidoking, Volcarona, Mega Galade, Greninja even has been rising, and yet none of them are just even being utilized properly. He's just not even like U-turning. What the fuck was that for? Like, get the extra chip and then sacks off the. It's just frustrating because it's like I want to see everybody do good, but it's like, what will it take for Slimy to just do work? Like, I brought up the point in last week's PRs. I don't even think he watches these.
The real question was there Ice Beam on that Greninja?
Like, my thing was, I'm gonna say this right now. There's one series of events that really fucking set me off. It was Amoonguss versus Volcarona, right?
Yeah, and he didn't kill the
Amoonguss.
He
kept clear smogging. He kept JS was not stop gonna clear smog. Well, he kept getting chip and chip and chip and chip and chip. It's like, why? What is the point? Like, I would have gone off the 70% chance of miss, if anything. You know, like, that just made no sense. I mean, it was just so frustrating to watch this battle. Like, I was watching this live and I was just cringing every single time. Like, I just stopped after a while. It's just like, I couldn't stand it. So, you know, that was a few plays. There's just, and plus I'm starting to notice he keeps bringing, like, feels like the same exact mon, except he switches one out. He switches Volcarona out for something else. It feels like Mega Galade, Greninja, Cofag, and Nidoking come to like every single game he's played.
Predictable.
It's really getting predictable by week 3 here. So.
Also, did that Greninja have Ice Beam or not is the real question because he didn't click it.
He did have Ice Beam. He used it on the Mew. I was upset that he sacked
it. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But why didn't he use it against the Amoongus then? Hello?
Well,
why did he click Dark Pulse?
Like, I'm not sure. He could have hard switched into Greninja against the Mew. I don't know what other.
You sure Gren had Ice Beam and not Nidoking?
Oh, Nidoking did have Ice Beam. I was saying he should have possibly preserved that.
I'm saying like.
Yeah, Greninja didn't reveal Ice Beam, so I'm not sure he had it, and that is a real questionable move, seeing as how Ice is like really useful against JS's team.
Yeah.
That's true, but Nidoking's stronger. Like it would have.
It really is. Honestly, sheer force. Like I said, Slimy did have a good shot at winning this in the end. Like I said, instead of letting Volcarona get chipped, I would have gone off 70% chance. Hurricane always fucking misses at that point. He set up a QD, that shit was it right there.
That's true. Off the... If he had Sapsipper Gudra as well, he could have actually saved the Greninja and beat the Noivern.
Was he gooey? Why was he gooey? What was gooey helping him with versus this team? I said it last week in PRs.
Maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I literally said it in PRs. Sub setup Mons, literally 6-0 JS, and yeah, seriously, as soon as he revealed Shadow Snake SD and Zen Headbutt, I'm like, is he Scar or is he sub SD? Just literally 6-0 JS right now.
But
it's live. Sub SD Zen Headbutt Shadow Snake literally won him this game, and he would have used Amoongus to set up fodder again. Like, props to JS for playing it properly, but still, it's just frustrating to watch this live, so... That's pretty much all I gotta say about Slimy. I'm done with it.
I think he could have easily...
He should have played this. I don't think he's trying. I don't think he tried. I don't really think he tried. We'll get to JS later on, but...
Main concerns, though, is the fact that he brought Volcarona without hazard removal. It's like
I mean, it worked out.
It worked out, but still, it's
Yeah.
Risky.
I always advocate the fact that I feel like Volcarona is one of those mons that's Volcarona is one of those mons that doesn't really need the support, but thrives so much better with the support.
Okay.
But that's just how I felt about it when I was using it. But let's kind of move on to Gels, honestly, if you guys want.
Yeah, sure. Gels.
So, Gels brings Mega Aerodactyl, Suicune, Rhyperior, Manaphy, Aspen, and Clef.
Aspen is Shaman, for those who don't know.
Really good nicknames, Gels, if you're watching this.
And Gels lost by 2 and is now 0-3 and -6 differential.
God, way to spoil the match again.
I'll do it every day.
Matchup was honestly really good matchup to me. Like,
for Gels.
It was, yeah, for
Gels could have easily won this, but
he very easily could have. Like, it was hard placing Gels at number 9, honestly.
He always does so well, but then like near the end he falters and then he loses.
See,
the
problem I found is he keeps waiting. He can't play the end game properly. He sacks some specific mons that help him. For example, he let the Rhyperior get way too weakened early. He was playing excellently with that Mega Arrow early on. I give it to him.
I want to actually complain about that because yes, it does a lot, but he's just clicking moves and Justin is actually playing well against it, and you're not pulling the trigger. Why not just go and switch into a mon and then stop the cycle and save it for later after you get rid of something, and then Justin can't switch around.
It's a scouting effort on his part.
Yeah.
Also, the tail glow on Manaphy. It's like,
I was just about to bring that up.
What are you doing? Why are you tail glowing in front of a grass type? Why not? He probably should have tail glowed the turn before when Justin switched out the Tentacruel.
I mean, I think it's
like,
I don't know.
Don't know what he was predicting.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a match of just straight outplaying how to outplay Gals 101. And obviously at this point, it was the same Raikou was last week, Subcom Mind, and
I mean,
Gal was just, yeah, again, spoiler, it worked again.
Spoiler.
And I'm gonna keep saying it until the cows come home. It's just, he kept letting it get weakened, chip and chip and chip.
The hazards were pretty big as well.
Yeah, and it was just letting everything getting chipped down, and then it was at that point, Justin just swapped with Subcom Mind Raikou. And again, it was the same exact thing last week with Suicune that it was this week with Rhyperior.
Who rests in front of a Raikou with a Suicune?
Okay. And I suppose, like I said, that was the biggest problem, yet again.
The end game
is
where he struggles.
Like, again, Rhyperior is just one of those mons where it's like, it was his only Raikou answer. At that point, it was just over. And it sucks to say that. Like, so honestly, like I said, it was a good shot at winning it, but letting Rhyperior go down to the Tangrowth, I don't think, is he calking? That's what I want to know.
Maybe.
That's what I was curious about, because, like, he should have known that Fire Punch didn't kill. Like, maybe he didn't know there was, like, Fizz FEVs on it. Here's a tip for those who calc during the battles. Always put just max HP and max whatever stat it is if you're not sure something kills and you don't know the spread on something. If you want a sure guaranteed calc, you do that. Not always, but
always plan for the worst.
Always, yes, exactly. Plan for the worst. So, pro tips.
Pro tips here with Papa Spectrum.
Do you guys have anything else about Gels you want to mention?
Maybe in prep-wise, bringing double water is questionable.
Yeah, especially with the team with Raikou when he's been bringing it.
I would have been interested. Unaware Clef.
Maybe he was really afraid of Mamoswine. That's why he brought double water. I don't know. Arcanine could have been useful as an offensive threat, or, like you said, unaware Clef.
Honestly, I would have even done, I wouldn't even do unaware. I would probably just max HP, max defense. Like, I'm not looking at calcs, of course, but I don't know what the Scizor spread was, but I would have brought Babiri Berry.
Why not with unaware, just in case it was like a Sword Stance?
Yeah, I think you could even find a way at +2 to live it, and then Flamethrower, send that bitch packing, and then guess what? You don't have Mega Scizor to deal with the whole game. And Mega Arrow put in that much more work once Scizor was gone. And then at that point, you could alleviate some of the pressure off of Rhyperior, because if Tangrowth came in, you soft-boiled on that. Like, I would have just really went in depth with that Clef, because Clef really did nothing this game besides died. And that's disappointing, because Clef is one of the best Pokemon right now in this format, to me at least. Not the best, but one of the best.
I personally don't like it that much. But that's just me, and that's because I can't use it myself.
Yeah. See, I've used Clef before in the past, and it's done a ton of work. So, that's just me. That's just, like, my opinion on everything. But...
Anything else? Nada?
No, in my head, I was trying to consider another Suicune set that could have worked better than this.
Sleep Talk.
Like a Roar. But maybe.
I don't know. If you're gonna rest and don't have a Chesto or Sleep Talk, it's like,
Okay.
I don't
like Chesto and Roar instead of a...
Yeah, I was thinking Roar too could have worked. Probably like Roarcoon. Maybe like Vincoon with Roar instead of Calm Mind. Could work. Sub Protect, Roar. Skull.
That would have been pretty interesting.
I mean, it would have been rolled by Tang. But, I mean, what's Tangrowth doing to probably Clef? It was just a weird matchup. So.
I'd say I'm still encouraging him to get a lethal hazard remover.
Yeah.
Because people are going to continue to bite him in the butt with that.
Exactly.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So, I guess we can move on to
our number 8. Well, we both agree on this. Surprisingly, all bottom 6 through 10 is exactly the same.
So
Pretty neat.
Pretty nifty.
Let's talk about
TB.
TBH, TB really played this well because I was expecting a free W, but he really caught me off guard with some things.
Yeah.
TB brought Mega Ampharos, Rotom Wash, Sylveon, Celesteela, Breloom, and Donphan.
This match was only a loss by 1. Put him at 1 and 2.
2. Oh yeah,
and 0 neutral points differential.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
good.
I guess I'll talk about it first since this is my matchup.
Sure.
Honestly, at this point, like this match was really, I don't know. I think I'm not trying to say I think I kind of rush prepped the shit out of this match. I won't even lie. Because of the fact that I think I had some other shit to do. I can't even remember. But like,
That's valid.
honestly, oh yeah, the epic play rough miss was great.
Epic. That probably mattered more in terms.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have got him toxic and full switch damage, so I guess. But honestly, this was just me just kind of playing really weird. Like, I don't know.
Unpredictable, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know what to expect here. See, I was trying to be a scumbag and set up straight with Coma O because I had soundproof versus Sylveon. See, if Coma O was at full, if Coma O was at full, I would have switched out for sure on the Sylveon, scouting for Moonblast early. But since I was at 13% and killed the Donphan, it was at that point, screw it. And then he reveals the quick attack. I'm just like,
woo!
Yep, I got counter preps. That was kind of fun. At this point, I thought I lost this match because I just, like I said, I think I was completely out of it at this matchup. But I guess I could still play games half asleep. Still, W's out my ass. So, honestly though, real talk though, he did really out prep the shit out of me, and I have to fucking hand it to him.
How would he? I'll agree in some aspects.
Like, in my opinion, I just ran basically standard sets, DD, Como, standard. Like, I think it was sub, I don't remember what my Bisharp was, but it was standard. Like, every single mon on this team was standard. And he just pretty much out-prepped the shit out of me, and I have to just hand it to him.
If he had Mach Punch, he would have won, though.
You know, I'll explain that fight when I get to me. When we get to me eventually, but
God. Like, I understand the spore, sub-spore facade, but
I'll explain why. There's a play I got called out for that I think I could have still lost, but not really because I had a game in the bag 100%.
There's like 2 instances in which he could have still lost potentially, but in that respect, I don't think he out-prepped so much as he
misplayed a bit.
Yeah. He misplayed a bit.
Supersonic Sky Strike instead of EQ.
I was just looking at that turn too, which is kind of.
It's like, there's a Manectric in front of you. If you think it's going to kill with that Thunderbolt, still might as well click EQ, even if it bolt switches and you know you can live that and goes into Darm. EQ is still a good play.
I mean, at that point, Manectric did absolutely nothing. Manectric did like absolutely nothing at that point, so I literally was just whatever. The reason, so we'll get to that. We'll get to the last turn of this, the last few turns of this battle later. But yeah, but honestly, it was a good match nonetheless. The reason I don't know why you guys placed him above Gels, but honestly, I feel like Gels had a better matchup, better week. But that's just me.
It's mainly because this is not just a 1 week thing. It's accumulated. Which person we think is accumulated.
Accumulated?
Yeah, that.
Right. Yeah.
And we think that TB is just slightly more of a threat because he's actually won a game, and Gels has shown that he just struggles late game. It's like,
Yeah. I can understand that.
You have to play Liam or something. I should take that back. Liam has a really good matchup against him.
So, I guess we'll move on to everybody's favorite Brit.
Everyone's favorite?
Now, you're probably going to ask, oh, well, JS won. Why isn't he in the top 5?
Because he was like bottom 3 and the other people have shown to be better.
He was bottom 3 and he beat Slimy.
Who was our bottom, like,
Yikes.
the last 2 weeks.
And I think if I remember correctly, I personally PM'd you, CBN's like, JS goes no higher. Because it's like, cool, you gotta win. But it wasn't like...
CB had a win. It's not that indicative.
Oh, I'm saying because they were both undefeated in this matchup, and JS got a win this week.
You mean they have both been...
Well, yeah.
You said undefeated, that means they've won all their games, Spectrum. They've lost all their
Or
games.
are they... Whatever, I'm tired.
It's okay.
Whatever, I haven't been to sleep yet, man.
So, JS, this game brought Amoonguss, Noivern, Mega Blastoise, Silvally Ground, Mew, and Gliscor. And he is now 1-2, -5.
And like I said, I'm not. It's just I refuse. I even told CB, I'm like, I'm not put. You guys can put him up higher, but if it was me, I'm placing him at 7 max.
You can make a list next time.
Probably if there is a next time. I just gotta keep an eye on YouTube, just like chili when we get to the top, higher up in the ranks.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, like I said, Slimy just, I mean, good on JS. He was playing the Amoonguss properly. He was doing what he felt he could do best, which was just clear Smog till the cows came home on the stupid Volcarona because he refused to pull the trigger. And he let Volcarona just get chipped and chipped and chipped and chipped and chipped. And then at that point, it was just Amoonguss annoying. Again, if he was Sap Zippers, we'd be probably talking about a different game right now. But he wasn't, so... I don't know why you were running Goodra, Gooey Goodra. I don't know what that was gaining you. But again, do I know?
I gotta complain about Double Ground. I just don't understand.
I mean, especially with the team.
Might have been better.
A good rocker. I'm not sure if Gliscor had rocks, it might have, but it got knocked out.
No, I'm saying rock type Silvally.
Yeah, that might have been useful.
Honestly, you know, I have a mild complaint I forgot to mention was Slimy. But when the Gliscor came out, if it didn't die to Gallade and Gallade did drop, or even before that, I would have just gone, I would have even saved the Gallade, because Gallade still put in a lot of work. And just for the Shadow Sneak, like what I would have done was I would have saved Gallade for the Shadow Sneak, and then gone hard to Volcarona on said Gliscor. Probably use that instead of fodder.
You know what Josh should have brought?
Rockslide?
Infernape.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, like a Scarf one?
Yeah, like Scarf 8 with like EQ.
Because Volcarona Volcarona's like, in theory, should have 6-0'd this team with ease. No issues at all. See, there's a bunch of misprep on Slimy's end. Again, like I mentioned last week with JS, it's literal a sub setup sweeper 6-0's JS. Did Slimy capitalize on it?
No.
Did he lose?
No.
Yep. Because Clear Smog was doing what, 10 and a crit was 25? Volcarona got behind, it was doing 610 to 16 every single turn. If Slimy was behind a sub with that Volcarona, it was a wrap. Low key, that shit was a wrap. You could have just bagged it and tagged it. That was a body bag, boys. So, yeah. But that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say on that match, honestly. JS, like I said, he played it well. He did what he could. But again, he's just gotta learn to stop playing so passive with stuff like Amoonguss and relying on it. Like, he's relying on his bulk too much instead of his offense, which I know JS can play offense very, very well.
A very threatening offense.
Yeah, a very threatening one at that. So, that's just me. So.
I don't have anything to say because you're taking all of my notes.
Yeah, Spectrum. Let Nada go first this time.
Speak.
No, I'm good for this. I think JS could have brought Infernape. Realistically, like, in my heart, Slimy would have played his Kofag a little differently if it meant he doesn't get revenge swept by some
Scarf Ape.
adamant Scarf Ape, yeah. And then maybe Gooey would have come in handy anyway, but I don't see too much wrong with him playing safe now, since Slimy's a bit of a predictable guy, so it works for him at this point.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say.
Remember, folks, if your opponent has an Amogus or other sporer, and that can do a lot to you, bring safety goggles.
Or sub.
Or sub.
Okay.
So I guess let's move on to Matt.
Matt brought Nidoqueen, Mega Latios, Skarmory, Melting, Tapu Koko, and Serena, and he lost by 2 and is now 1-2, -5.
Ouch.
Oof.
Ouchie kabibbles.
Owie.
I honestly haven't even watched this matchup yet, to be honest with
Okay,
you.
then Nada, this is your turn. Before Spectrum ruins your notes, go.
I'm not
Okay.
going to say anything. I'm not going to talk about this match. I haven't watched this. I'm going to watch it now, but go ahead.
All right. I think, well, I mocked with him a bit. I was in agreement that this matchup was pretty bad versus the Charizard and the Lucario. Both, they sort of forced him to sack a lot of things when it came to
Sorry.
yeah. When it came to defensive switch-ins, I was like, I could see Liam bringing a superior too, because like that also made a lot of dents in his team as well, with him not being able to run.
We're talking
Sap
about
Super and
Matt,
Thick
not
Fat.
Liam.
I think maybe he played his Skarmory to the best of its ability, but he was having a hard time preventing setup for the Zard and the Lucario, which is something that does very well against him. I think, like, setup with speed or priority, it does really good against his team in general, I think. So
the Charizard never set up, though.
That's true. I would say
I think it was 3 attacks roost.
he was trying to have the avenue for Lucario, and if he fucking, like, if he clicked close combat, it would have been a better differential. But, you know, whatever. It's...
You're getting into Liam when we're talking about Matt. Gosh dang it, Nada.
Alright,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm saying Red Matt could have lost by, like, I think a 3-0. I'm not too...
Yeah, he could have, but he probably also could have won instead of clicking Calm Mind in front of the Charizard, which is the threat. What are you doing? Charizard is the biggest threat. You do not try and set up in front of it, even if your fingernails switch. If it switches, then that's fine. It's not out on the field, and you can deal with it still later on.
That's true. So those are like...
Click that Dragon move, even if Florges comes in. You still have that Nidoqueen.
I really doubt that Dragon Pulse killed it, if I'm being honest.
Well, was it just Dragon Pulse? I was expecting Draco Meteor. Is that 38%? It'd have to be pretty bulky to live with Dragon Pulse, just saying.
Well, okay. I need to rewind a bit then.
Okay. Can I bring up a interesting point here?
Yikes. Okay.
Get rid of that Zard, and then it's easier to pick up.
I'm going to bring up a point here. So, if Matt was so worried about Zardex, he had literally, arguably in my opinion, one of the best counters to it being Miltank. Body Slam, Milk Drink, and filler moves. Probably Stealth Rock and something
Earthquake.
else.
Maybe Earthquake.
I mean, that's where those two fighting types really pressured him, though.
Fighting types at that point. What's a fighting type to a Mega Latios? To be fair,
no, I mean,
just run more of a
like Liam's fighting types. Miltank was heavily pressured because. No, I mean, I don't really agree with Passimian coming, but its presence really staved off Miltank doing its job. I think.
The point I'm trying to make here is Matt, I think, really screwed up a lot, letting Miltank get toxic and then letting Latios die while both the fighting types were alive. Because at that point, Latios pretty much could have comfortably walled. If I was him, I would have run like a bulky Latios at that point. Bulky Mega Lati. Like, yeah, Florges was annoying, like, but then you have a Nidoqueen sitting right there.
Nidoqueen is very healthy.
And again, at that point, honestly, Matt, in my opinion, had the matchup, but I think he just
misplayed.
He misplayed and didn't prep enough.
Biggest choke.
Honestly,
not going.
I think his prep was fine.
I think
his prep was also fine. Don't
like
really
I said,
have any notes about problems with prep. It's just his playing.
It's just him letting get the toxic on Miltank, being honestly a better Zard X counter to Zard X than fucking Skarmory. Skarmory is not a counter to Zard. Skarmory should have been walling Lucario at that point, which was very freely to do, or Passimian.
That's true, but then he would have had to sack something else, which I'm not sure he could have afforded.
It's not like it was a purpose wall of Skarmory into the Zard. It's just like if he switches out
He
Skarmory,
whirlwinded, right?
Something else. Yeah, it whirlwind in. It's like it's already at 34%. And the Flare Blitz is coming, and he doesn't really want to switch something in on that, or let the Dragon Dance come up.
Yeah. Can I just kind of ask, where was Hawlucha in this matchup?
I don't think Hawlucha actually was that useful this matchup.
See, I kind of disagree, because of the fact that Hawlucha got very freely set up all over Passimian. Get the Coco in. All of a sudden, Passimian's in. Volt Switch, Electric Seed, GG. At that point, because there's literally nothing Liam could have done. Lando T got knocked out early.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have played Lando T differently.
But that's hindsight. Yeah, if you're looking at the matchup, just straight up team against team, Hawlucha struggles. Just saying. A bit.
Very true.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
like even without the Passimian, things like Superior had a good time with this team, and Hawlucha would have been good for it too. I can see that, but Landorus, he had the Shuka for the Landorus in the beginning, so I could see how Hawlucha would be good as well. But I'm not sure it did as great as like the whole team that he had. Right now, he just didn't use it well.
Yeah. But again, as you said, hindsight.
You replace it.
Yeah, but I guess we could just kind of hop into Liam.
Hold up. Since we're at the halfway point, we have another message from our sponsor. If you are not angry, you aren't drinking Haterade.
Sponsors.
Drink Haterade.
Alright, you can go fuck yourself. Sponsors. Oh yeah, by the way, viewer discretion is advised. Fucking super late into the video, halfway through it, I didn't notice. I should have said that in the beginning.
Yep.
Ask your parents. Video series is right for you.
So on to Liam, where we start to differ. I have him at 5, has him at 4.
Oh, yeah.
But Liam honestly really played this matchup well. Honestly, he played his strengths well. Capitalizing on Matt's mistakes was very, very, very good on his end. Letting the Miltank get poisoned was a huge misplay, because Miltank was the one thing that was stopping Zardex from ripping through you, and getting Galvancho the webs up as well. So, honestly, in my opinion, like, he played this super, super well. The Florges was an excellent bring, because I'm not looking at the doc off the top of my head, but if I remember correctly, just had to prep for this team. Spoiler. Nidoqueen, or Florges, just really had a fun time, if I remember correctly. But, again, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Liam brought Landorus, Furion, Florges, Galvantula, Lucario, Megazord X, and Passimian. And he is now 2-1 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Why I don't have Liam higher up on this list, even though he has been showing good work like in 2 of the games, but one game it's like just awful, and he sort of misplayed at the end of this game. He had the close combat and could have increased the differential, but he decides to go for a Meteor Mash and risk the miss.
Well, real men only go for Meteor Mash.
Greedy.
Stunt or die.
Don't do that, Liam.
Hashtag stunt or die. Who cares about differential? JK. Yeah. So,
Okay. Good of him to fucking stay in on the Latias though.
yeah.
And, like, that was pivotal, and as much as it was a misplay on Matt's part, it was also a really, really good play on Liam's, and that sort of sealed the game. So
I mean, honestly, I need
for
to see
that.
the. I mean, Jesus Christ, the man must have balls of steel for standing on that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was totally the unexpected play that worked out.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
well, I
Like,
put him up
Jesus
a little
Christ.
higher.
But,
Despite,
man.
like, it was one differential point, though. It's not.
Yeah.
It's still a differential.
That's true.
I mean, do I ever fucking play for differential?
a-
No!
That's because you can win. You can win consistently. Liam,
He can play when he wants to play. He cares when he wants to care. God.
I guess.
When he has time.
But, I mean, is there really anything you want to talk about in that matchup? I think there's much left.
About whose matchup? Because
Matt and Liam.
Hmm.
So I think we pretty much.
Superior would have been interesting here.
True. I mean, it was interesting because it would have. Milton was so pressuring this matchup.
Oh yeah, like
it was like for sure bringing Liam capitalized. So. Honestly, another cool thing would have been Toxic on Zard, but whatever. Like Toxic Roost, Flairless EQ or Dragonclaw. I mean, that's realistically all you needed. Because I don't think it was DD.
I don't think it was DD either.
Especially since he had webs, that really makes me want to think for being DD.
I think he asked me to look over his team. If I go back into that, I could probably find it to tell you.
I thought it was Roost.
It was Earthquake, Flare Blitz, Dragonclaw, Roost.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he needed EQ, but again, that's just me. I ran Toxic for the Miltank or something like that. So.
If it did marginally more against the Nidoqueen, I would understand. But
what's a Flare Plus to a Nidoqueen? Hello, Flare Plus just makes that thing drop over, but that's just me. What do you want to? All right, man.
Justin, we're going to Justin next. We're gonna do me and Nada together.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna babysit. Justin, fuck. Okay.
Justin was a god. That's why I have him at 2.
Justin needs to chill. Justin needs to chill. Like when I watched this match back for the first time, I was just blown away. Like, yeah, he was letting a lot of his team get chipped, but at the point when he just could keep outplaying this man every single time, read him like a fucking fiddle, and get into a calm mind war with a Suicune and come out on top.
I need a Raikou.
Jesus. I mean, still. Honestly, it was just... That was... I don't know what to say about that matchup, man. That was a fucking amazing game to watch. I love watching Justin's battles. They're sometimes very entertaining.
Very entertaining, indeed.
They generally are.
Because honestly, like, the one thing I'm not sure how I feel about it, but, like, letting I don't know, like, it was just...
Oh, he sacked the tentacle, right?
Yeah, I was wondering that because of the fact that it was a good Suicune answer, but I understand the point of it because he only needed the T-Spike only, and then look at how much work it did because his removal was Arrow? That's it. That's the one thing Gels has is removal.
The only thing I have really to complain about Justin was forgetting his own speed and trying to DD in front of Rhyperior.
That was kind of fun.
I think he thought Rhyperior was scarfed. For a moment, I thought it was scarfed because he went straight into Salamence.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was LMAO.
Unnecessary stacks. That was...
Again, I mean, Gels is not playing the endgame properly, which is like one of the biggest things that I always like harp on is endgame. Is because of the fact that if you don't have a clear eye in the endgame, aka 2 weeks in a row now, letting the one thing that walls the one mon that's sweeping your entire team get super chipped, Suicune last week. Rhyperior this week.
I would not have Dragon Danced against that Rhyperior though. Like, I want to get off of Giles' back.
I mean, like I said, that's pretty much it, honestly. He's just letting his win cons, the one thing that's stopping the win cons from doing things, just die. Or just get super chipped to the point where or just fall over. Do calcs, again. Calc for the worst. Do what you gotta do, you know? That's it.
So.
Justin was one of the few people I actually had no complaints about the actual team he brought.
I don't know. His team was great.
Yeah.
Liked Leaf Storm. Liked the Raikou.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's the same exact Raikou.
Well, besides the Heatran, I guess, but
what's wrong with the Heatran?
That die so early.
Yeah,
it made him stack 2 mons. That's the problem.
Alright.
It is useful in the team matchup, though. Hello.
Alright. I'm gonna mute myself. You two try not to kill each other.
I'm not gonna kill her.
No, we can talk it out civilly because it was. Oh, I am next.
Yeah.
That was a game.
You ranked we both ranked you 3. I ranked myself 4. You ranked me 2 for some reason. I don't know why you ranked me 2. Above you.
Hashtag exposed.
Explain? Alright. Oh, I didn't explain while it was recording. I put you down, like, my week 1, I think, because I wasn't here for week 2. I put you up, and I thought your prep was pretty good, and you didn't necessarily completely, well, I should say, like, I had 2 avenues of sweeping, and you sort of not clinched, but
focused on one.
Yeah, you kept the differential as close as you could. The special.
I was trying to get the reverse sweep by hopefully taking a hit from low punnies and reflect back up and then getting a trick room so I could sweep with like Mega Heracross, but at the end game.
That just revealed my ultimate set apparently, so.
Yeah.
Nada, can I ask why do you hate Staraptor so much?
What is it? I realized I didn't need it for the Heracross. There was something else.
This is 2 weeks in a row. You just sacked it for no reason. This is 2 weeks in a row now.
I do gotta compliment your Blacephalon set.
What else was it for? I didn't think it was gonna fucking the Gourgeist. I think it was gonna stay in. But
hello, I EV'd it to live anything that was not an attack boosting item. Hello.
I don't know. I just want to ask Nada. In all seriousness, this week she let it get burned. Last week she just let it die to the Arcanine. Like, God, what does Staraptor ever do to you, Nada?
Fair, I didn't actually lose it this time.
Well, you let it get burned, so making it basically useless. To be fair.
I didn't want I wasn't gonna fucking switch in the Blacephalon on a Gourgeist. What else?
Hello, why not? Go balls deep. Just make some fucking god tier plays.
Well, then,
I remember that.
I gotta compliment that Blacephalon.
I do too. That Blacephalon was really good.
Oh,
I was not expecting bulky
that
whatsoever.
Mystical Fire would have like. Ooh, I do want to.
If it was not bulky, it would have been taken out.
I know from happening. Yeah. Oh god. I figured the speed boosting would be good. I thought Crobat would be a more
likely bring.
Like. Yeah, like.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
Kiddo.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
The only thing I could see wrong with my playing was I stayed in with Cresselia, hoping to 1v1 with behind a reflect with Signal Beam, but I got paired instead of just sacking the Gourgeist to it.
What's CB's problem in this game? CB's garbage.
Hello? I lost to a crit.
That's true, I capitalized on hacks, that's why I didn't move.
Well.
It was all going to be over if I got that set up.
But since we forgot to introduce the fucking team.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I can introduce my team. Mega Heracross, me, the Box Ghost Stakataka, Gorgeist, Taboo Finny, Cresselia, and Delphox.
The trash
I'll
box.
introduce mine. I brought the Megalophony, the Blacephalon, the regular Blastoise, Staraptor, Klefki, and Hoopa Unbound. Maybe I just don't actually like Staraptor looking at it.
I really don't think you do, honestly. Because you let it die turn 1 and get burned this week, basically rendering it useless.
I found more value in like keeping Blastoise healthy. Like worst case scenario, it can 1v1 the Staka and take one hit.
Trash box.
Did you see my team builder? Hello, it was not 1v1 in my Staka.
I did see your team. What is it? It was not brave. It's like quiet. Zero IVs.
No, I had lonely. Rest Gyro Ball, Sandstorm, Trick Room, max HP, max attack, and it was made so that it would get an attack boost with Metronome. It was specifically designed to 1v1 a Blastoise.
Unless I had Aura Sphere. Which is something that
But I figured it wouldn't have that.
But I realized I shouldn't, because I was having issue with either like Brick Break would have been nice, but then there's some opportunities that I'd want to prevent. Like I was fighting between Haze, Brick Break, like Roar, as opposed to Dragon Tail.
And you didn't bring any.
I'm not telling you. I'm actually not going to tell you.
You didn't bring any.
No. Bad. No, you two. Stop killing each other. Yeah.
You brought Mirror Coat.
I didn't work against
so it begins.
your team at all.
So you lied to me. You said you didn't have anything for Tapu Fini.
Oh boy.
No.
No. Stop it. Hey, you two. Enough.
They got the spray bottle. Like, shut the fuck up.
God damn. This is why I came on here this week.
I didn't see much of a point in Mirror Coat. We'll say I had stalled.
You lied to me.
You did the obvious.
Mirror Coat after our battle. You liar. Exposed.
Oh. I did have multiple teams. Fuck! I did mix it up. I did have Mirror Coat.
Exactly.
So I had Scald Mirror Coat. I don't know what else I revealed beforehand.
Oh my gosh, Nada. Your mic. Your mic.
I put my nose on it. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
so is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay, so randomly off topic, but why does it look like with the 3D sprites, like Hoopa Unbound is grabbing Blastoise's crotch? Like, if you just look on like the screen and look at it from
I see
it. Yes, only in WCBL when you hear 12-year-old remarks. And Hoopa Unbound is feeling its head, its tits, and Blastoise's crotch, feeling them all up.
This dude.
And he's got his keys in his other hand too.
I'm just gonna say it now. Next time I'm not losing to you, Nada, just so you know. If we face off again.
Oh boy.
Are we going to?
I don't know in playoffs. I don't know.
Nah, either you're making playoffs.
I'm definitely making playoffs.
Nah, bruh. Alright, let's talk about the GOAT here. I'm the GOAT.
Oh yeah, Spectrum.
Yeah, we forgot first. The #1. Yeah, I might as well enjoy it while I have it.
Yep.
It's the first time I'm ever gonna
pass it off to you.
Yeah, because CB's trash and he shouldn't have last week.
Yikes.
Whatever.
Spectrum, Brockcoma, OSL, Gore, Bisharp, Totem, Mimikyu, Mega Man, and Darmanitan. He is now 3-0 plus 8.
Boy, I'm gonna smack you. Fuck out of here.
By the way.
Whatever. So, this matchup was just, like I said, I felt like I was pressured for time on this. It just, work's been hell for me. IRL. It's just been too much. Honestly, like I said, I just felt rushed, so I just put like 6 standard mocks together, and honestly at this point, it was just, like, I knew Storm put in so much work after Rotom Wash died. Storm just literally just came in and went to town, and him letting me kill the freaking Rotom early was just so nice. Yep.
Yep, he lost the Darm and he lost the Rotom, which was the lull to...
As soon as, like I said, as soon as he let me kill the Rotom, like, I knew I went in. Second the Red Ranger, because the boy never did anything. Also, I forgot to mention him also giving me Darm for no reason was also pretty nice. Although I wasn't expecting Dragonium. The quick attack was good. I'll give it to them. But, and it's just like, everyone was like, oh, Spectrum loses.
Like, I mean, if he didn't fucking sack the Ampharos, that, you know, that was 50-50 anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree with the whole Supersonic Sky Strike thing. If he did kill Manectric here, then I would have basically 100% sealed in the win.
That's only if he had Mach Punch. Realistically, though,
actually, this is why I saved that point for. This is why I saved that point earlier. By me saving the Manectric for Breloom, I was doing some calcs after the battle. If he did have, so even like Adamant Tech Loom, unless he had SD, me getting the Intimidate off on said Loom, with him behind a sub, let's say he Mach Punch, kill the Manectric and whatnot, I still lived with Darm. Like, he had to Mach twice. I Flare Blitz, I got a little bit of chip on me. If I remember doing the calcs, it was... He did 20-something max, if I remember correctly. I think I EV'd it. I didn't EV it to do that, but...
I'm talking more turn 19.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now. Where I sacked Manectric to get the Intimidate off on Breloom.
Yeah, and he subbed.
Yeah, like if...
He would have still had the sub for Darm, though. Oh, are you saying...
So I'm saying in general, like if he was Tech Loom, if he had Mach Punch in hindsight, because if he was Tech Loom, he was doing 32 to 38, which he wasn't Tech Loom, obviously. Like, but let's say he was.
Yeah, so if he took out the Manectric with the Mach Punch after getting the sub, he has the sub. He clicks the sod, hits the Darm for as much, and then clicks Mach Punch.
Wow. I don't know. The match was weird. So like, him not having Mach Punch was obviously a misprep on his end.
Yeah.
But... And I just wanted to capitalize on it. Shofu the beatdown being 5-0, so... Shofu's nice. Darm scope, so that's that. Oh boy. So, were there any transactions for Indigo? I think there was. I really don't think there has been any. Nope, none.
So this is a good time for another word from our sponsor.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Haterade, guaranteed to bring out the hate. Drink Haterade.
Boy, I fucking am going to fucking kill you. If you fucking bring up Haterade again.
Oh, you were here too.
Spectrum's been drinking that Haterade.
So I guess we could just talk about like next week's matchups, honestly. Since there's 3 people here, we can get like a quote-unquote mini pick'ems. Dun dun dun.
Wow, okay.
Ooh. Let's look at this.
So,
one of them's already happened. Let me see.
No, all of them obviously all of them have happened.
No, 3. Yet
it's week
to hear
4.
back from Liam instead. Yeah.
It's week 4. Alright, so the matchups this week are Justin and CB. I'm giving the upper hand to Justin.
I obviously gotta vote for myself, so...
Fuck out of here, CB. Your vote doesn't matter. Well, shit.
Okay.
Fuck you. Gals and JS. If... You know, I'm gonna give the edge to the Gals. I haven't really looked at much, but I'm gonna give it to Gals.
I think also giving it to Gals. I think his team really does well against JS. Or
Yes.
Right, Jess? You going up against Jess?
No, I think we could pull the hazards game fairly effectively. I also voted for CB. I think his match is pretty good.
Nada and Liam. I'm gonna give it to Nada.
I'm voting for Liam.
Even though I have Liam for pick'ems.
Yeah. I think Liam. Oh yeah. I'm totally also voting for Nada. We're totally not voting against Nada because we know that something. I don't know. Shush.
I mean, I'm sitting on my pretty interesting prep. It's not gonna be an easy win. I think I don't have a great matchup.
Well,
no.
So Slimy and TB. I'm gonna give it to TB.
TB.
I don't remember who. I gave it to TV.
Yeah.
Well.
Me and Matt. God, this one's a hard one. I'll let y'all figure out who you think has got it.
I'm literally just looking at who I actually voted for.
I'm voting.
No, we're just going based on like.
I'm mocked with you, Spec, and I think you have a really good chance of winning.
I mocked with Matt actually, and I think that Matt had a pretty good matchup versus.
I mean, honestly, the matchups were just fairly
about 50,
even.
50.
Yeah, the matchups are even to me.
Looks like.
Well, Nada, way to betray me.
To be fair, I think I've convinced him of some like set changes in the past that have made him lose. So, just trying to reach him right now.
Betrayal. There has been betrayal in the forest. But that's pretty much it for us this week, honestly. I had to step in and make sure these two didn't kill each other, which they were good.
That would never
happen. At some point, I had to step in and say, shut up, you two.
We're all fucking okay.
It's all in good fun.
Our editor will
now another word for ours.
Alright, we're out of here. Thank you for watching. Fucking lick my balls. Goodbye.
Join us next week.
Maybe. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here.
Where we won't have another sponsor because Spectrum has been cussing too much and they don't want to sponsor us no more.
Oh, fine. Be sure to watch out. Be sure to enjoy us. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.